Hi, this is Quibus and Celeste from South Africa, Pretoria. And we've been watching your videos, CaliKim, Camera Guy, and we enjoyed it a lot this winter that we could actually see your garden, and I just wanted to share our garden. So we're going to do a quick run through. We've got some mango, some, don't actually know what that's called. I think it's a tree melon or something along those lines. It's something in the Solanum family. Makes a nice little fruit that has a melonish taste to it. None on this one at this point, but there's a lot of little blooms on it. Then we have some Pretoria grapes and some water that we catch from the roof. Another melon, a little bit of pumpkin, that's a spaghetti squash. We've got some watermelon in here that's not come up yet.
That's not a melon, dear. That's a mango.
Mango. And we've got a little bit of tomatillos or tomatellos or whatever you call them in, and some cauliflower that's being eaten alive. Unfortunately, it seems to not like the summer. Okay, so moving on, I think we keep it rolling. And okay, then we've got pumpkins and a nice pumpkin trellis. I'm sure you'll recognize your own kettle trellis. We had some inspiration from you on this one. We've got a couple of pumpkins and some watermelon. We've got some more watermelon, a lot of watermelon, really lots of watermelon. Then we have a little bit of, I think that's a cassata marrow, and some kind of a pumpkin. I didn't really pay close enough attention. Then we've got some, I think that's a kohlrabi, kind of couple of kohlrabis coming up. I think that's kale. We've got heaps and heaps of cucumbers, thank you. A whole bunch of different ones, long white and Russian giants and whatnot. A little bit of this dill. So this is more or less the backyard. We've got a nice greenhouse going that's a little bit too hot at this point. We've got some more pumpkins and watermelon. I'm sure you guys know dragon fruit, and if you do not, I think they also refer to it as pitaya. Very nice, and we've got some nice little blooms going, which is quite early in the season. Quite happy about that. Some more watermelon and pumpkins, all pumpkins. I'm not sure which one it is. We'll know in a couple of days. And then going to the front yard, we've got a little bit of scruff in between, which we are not managing well at this point. We've got some turnips here, some beet, a couple of watermelons. We've got too much watermelon. Tomatoes, we had some tomatoes that made it through the winter, which is quite nice. They are looking not that well at this point. Then we've got a couple of brassicas left. I think that's a Long Island Brussels sprout and some palm kale, which is not doing very well at this point. And
Squash?
Gem squash, yes, and some tomatoes, and there's some beans, bush beans, and gorgonzola beans or something like that in. So we've got a nice mix of stuff in here. Okay. Then in the front yard, we've got some artichoke growing, which is still small, but which will hopefully make it. We've got another one of these little melon, tree melons, and there's one of the small fruits. For some reason, this one's doing a little bit better than the back one. We've got a tree tomato, or tamarillo, I think, sometimes referred to, which is at this point filled with pests, and we've got nice little ladybugs eating them. So I'm quite happy about the ladybugs, ladybirds moving in. And then the last bit, the front bit, which is our pleasure, and which was inspired by you guys doing a lot of food. So we've got more pumpkins. And all kinds of zucchinis and things like that, which I'm calling pumpkin, which my wife will probably correct me in saying it's actually something else. Squash, whatever, all the same to me. A nice pear tree, and then we've got our raised beds. which we've got tomatoes, beans, we have all kinds of green peppers in. We've got a row of carrots, and just a mix of herbs and eggplant and some more, well, peppers not big yet, but they're coming. And then this is again inspired by you guys. We couldn't find cattle trellis. We don't have this in South Africa, but this is just rebar that they use in cement construction. And we are going to take the tomatoes over into the yard, into the street. We've got a second and a third box. The outer boxes are more or less the same. This still has our some of the winter veggies. There's still a cabbage or two left, a little bit of beans, some tomatoes coming along nicely, a nice potato leaf tomato, some kale. This kale is doing slightly better than the other one. Some beautiful purple beans, which I don't think has any beans on them yet, but will soon. And then we have some more watermelon. We really have too much watermelon, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. And then finally, on the sidewalk, we've got some espalier trees. And so it's a construction with some wires between them, and you tie the tree leaves onto it, and then with time the bark, or the branches just take the form, and after a while you take away the structure and you are left with a beautifully two-dimensional tree that still produces a lot of food and allows cars to park on the sidewalk. And yeah, I think that's in short our project. And a grenadelle in the corner. I think that's what we've got at this point. And yeah, I think that's about it. So that's what we wanted to share with you guys. And thanks for giving us all the good ideas and the food and the preparation and the saving of the food, which is really nice. We do thoroughly enjoy that, and keep going and enjoy the winter. And hopefully next summer we'll be stealing ideas from you again.